Hello and welcome back to my channel, Jamie Fran Colors. I am Jamie and today I thought we could work on this mermaid from the new Pop Manga Mermaids coloring book. So, do that. I'm going to start this tonight. I'm probably going to finish it tomorrow because it's been a day. Okay, so I'm going to start by putting in a background with pan pastels. So I have pulled phthalo green tint, phthalo blue tint, turquoise, and phthalo blue. Okay, so we're going to start with phthalo blue. We're going to just take a cotton round and fold it up so I just can hold on to it. Okay, get some of the phthalo blue. This is really pigmented, so don't be surprised. And I'm going to put this in the corners of my page. So I put another piece of paper underneath so that I don't transfer this color onto other pages in the book. Alright, let's get a little bit more and we'll do this side. And of course, my neighbor starts mowing his lawn. It's just been one of those days. Okay. And don't worry, remember this is easily erased. So if we get it on the other side, or I'll probably do these same colors on the other side. So I'm not worried. I'm taking what's left over on my cotton round and doing the top and bottom. I don't want them as dark, but I do want that same border. And I'm not going to worry about that if I get it on her because I can erase it or color over the top of it. Okay, then I'm going to take turquoise, get some on a cotton round again, and this time I'm going to be a little sporadic with it. I'm just going to do some there we go. Just a little bit here and there, no big deal. Okay, then we're going to do the same with our phthalo green. Okay. That. And then we're going to take our phthalo blue, or tint, these are tints. I'm going to put it in as well. Yeah. Move it around there. Okay, and then you can go in and put any more of any color you want. If you feel like you want to darken it up. Make it more green, make it more blue. Okay, then I'm going to take a clean cotton round and I'm just going to kind of press and buff. Blend everything together. Okay, so that did come off on there. But now when I take my fingers, I'm not getting a lot. Still a little bit, but not a lot. We'll go over it again. Okay, looks good. So I'll put these okay. Let's take a couple of erasers here. We can erase what we need to, but again, they erase really easily. You can also color right over the top of them. Have a mono eraser from Tombow to get those fingers that are a little smaller. Okay. Your hair a little bit, not too concerned. Okay. So there we go. I'm going to take this mono eraser and I'm just going to erase these bubbles. Just the inside of these. Oh goodness. Okay, I'm just going to go along and erase the bubbles. Okay, here she is with all the bubbles erased. I haven't done anything else, just those pastels, and then erased the inside of each bubble. And look at that. Love it. Halfway done with the picture. We haven't done anything yet. So that is good. All right, let's zoom in. Well, let's take a look first. So we've got Mermaid, we've got the girl part, and lots of hair, and a tail, and the fins. That's kind of what we've got going. So let's do her fin, her tail and fin first. So let's zoom in and look at that. Okay, we're gonna do the fins. I kind of want them to be almost see-through, if we can say that. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a paper stump and a pan pastel. This is the turquoise tint. We use the turquoise on the background, but this is the turquoise tint. So it's lighter than the turquoise. It's lighter and brighter. So I'm going to take some of that pastel on the paper stump, and I'm going to go right over that, the fin areas, not her tail, but the fin. I'm going to put it in there, just like we would if we were using our pencils. Just kind of work it in there. Okay. So let's get a little more and come down here. And we did keep some of the color from the background on here, so that will help us out. And then we have her tail as well. You can erase those bubbles again if you go over them, that's okay. Just pressing that pigment into the paper. Blending it out. Okay. Good, good. I have like this spot in my background. I'm just going to try to... Okay. Then we're going to take our Prismacolor pencil, muted turquoise, 1088, and we're just going to put some shadows in there just to add a little bit. Let's see if I can zoom in just a little bit more. Kind of where the artist has given us some hash marks. Okay, some here. Okay, and then we'll come down here. And in the tail as well. Just kind of being messy. We won't call it messy, we'll call it stylized. Just putting that color where I want it. Add some depth. Okay. Okay, that gives us the fins on her tail. That. Beautiful. Then what color do we want to do her tail? I kind of think we should kind of stick to the blues and turquoise. Alright, let's go ahead and do that. Let's grab the turquoise hand pastel that we used before. You can do this with whatever pastels you have. This is just what I have, so that's what I'm using. Alright, so let's grab a little color. I'm going to try not to get it on her hair, but if I do, it's not the end of the world. Let's go back to our I can get in smaller areas with him. You can use a Q-tip if you have a Q-tip. You can use block pastels if you have block pastels. Same idea. You can use your finger if you don't have applicators. Your hands will get messy. But you can use them. Okay. All right, we have that all blocked in with the pastel. All right. Okay, now I'm gonna grab Peacock Blue Prismacolor pencil, and we're gonna just add some shadows and some depth into her tail. Maybe okay. Sometimes I spend a lot of time on a picture and use very tight, lots of layers of pencil, and I enjoy that. I enjoy the end product of that. Sometimes it is fun though to grab some of your other mediums and make more of a stylized, loose, quick type of picture. That's kind of what we're doing with this, using the pastel to add in the bulk of the color and then just using some pencils to add some texture, some shadows, kind of like what we do with the marker. Though with the pastel I find you don't have to, I don't know, it's just a different way of enjoying some time, being a little more loose. Okay. So here she is so far. Okay, for her skin, I've grabbed a little burnt sienna tint and a Q-tip. Use a Q-tip this time. This arm got a little yellow ochre on it and I didn't like that, so I'm just going to erase it and then go in with the burnt sienna tint. Okay. Try to wipe away the dust or use a brush to brush away the dust, or pick your book up, shake it into the garbage can. Don't do your best not to blow the dust. You might inhale the dust and then that's not good for you. So pan pastels don't have as much dust. You can work a lot of that into the paper. But if you're using block pastels or something else, that might have more dust. So just be mindful that you're being careful. Okay, so that gave us a nice color to start with. We'll add a little shadow to it, but we're still being a little more stylized, so I'm not gonna put a lot. Let me see, what color do I want? All right, let's use that. Okay, so I'm taking beige sienna 1080. We're just gonna add a little bit of a shadow here and there, just to add a little depth. Just lightly adding and not adding a lot of pressure, just a little bit. Underneath her chin. I'm trying to keep it loose and not get too particular with it, which I do a lot of people, and so my kind of natural reaction is to get very detailed, and I'm trying not to get too detailed. Today, this is just loose, fun. Okay, let's go up on her face, a little bit in that hairline. Here, let's put a little under her nose, be a little lightly around her mouth. And then let's just kind of add a little more on this side of her face, because it would be more in the shadow because of the way her head is turned. We're not going to worry about her nose or anything else. We keep it pretty loose. Okay. Hope you can see that. We've just kind of added some shadows. If there's anywhere else you want anything. Okay, so I think we should get some phthalo green tint, which we used in the background. And let's grab a Q-tip. Let's get some of that on there. Let's put it on these shells. Okay, then let's grab some light green, and we're just gonna add that in here. Same way, just nice and loose. Got this tie back there, we could add that there too. Okay. Now let's grab just a touch of, let's grab Deco Pink and let's just kind of put a little there in her mouth. Nothing too exciting. All right, now we've got her hair. And it's nice flow. Let's see. Kind of like that brown. Let's see. It's a little cooler. We have gray. Really kind of like that burnt sienna. Okay, well let's go for it then. So let's just take a Q-tip and let's put it in her hair. Let's just go for it. Let's go for it. I'm not going to press much at the beginning. Just going to lay it down. Okay, then we can go kind of back over and press the pigment in. Some more. Okay. Okay, let's let's grab a pencil. Let's go with some chocolate brown. And let's just add some put some shadow in, and then we'll kind of add some lines. Okay, just like that. A little bit of shadow and then some lines. Put some lines. I'm kind of going where the artist already has lines. I'm not adding too much new. But I'm also being very relaxed about it, and I just don't really care too much. Just kind of letting my pencil go where it's gonna go. You'll notice I have a very relaxed grip on my pencil. I'm not up here, I'm back here, just letting it go where it's gonna go. You don't want a brown-haired mermaid, you can do whatever you want. Gray would have looked good. Another blue would have looked good. Blonde. Alright, let's take a look. There she is so far. If you see anything you want to add. Anything you want to darken up. Okay. I think that looks good. Let me Alright, now I think we need a little bit of glitter. So let's see what I've got here. That one is clear. This is too dark. Adds a little more darkness. So let's start this, and this is, if I can tell you, This is Moonstone. It's a Spectrum Noir sparkle pen. It's kind of like a Wink of Stella, if you know what Wink of Stella is, or you could use Stickles to add color. So this one has a blue tint to it, and then it kind of has some silver sparkle to it. So this is a little bit darker than what we've used. So I'm just going to kind of put it in the shadows in a few spots on her tail. These pens work like a water brush, where you squeeze the ink down into the barrel. So, ooh, 8 o'clock. So I'm not squeezing, I have enough in the barrel, so I'm just touching the pen to the paper. And I don't want to put down too much. Okay, so you probably didn't see that did much, but it did. And I'll show you in a minute. And then I'm going to take the Crystal Clear, which I've used before in other videos. I like this one because it doesn't add any color. It just adds a shine. Can you see that? Yeah, so no color, just a shine. So I'm going to put this on her fins just to add a little shimmer, but not change the color at all. Okay, and then I'm going to put some on these beads, maybe a little on her shells there. Okay, let me see if I can show you the shine of that. Oh, yeah. So it's just giving it a little bit of a sparkle when you move the page or look at it. Okay. Alright. I think that turned out great. That's all I'm going to do on her. I think, you know, it's stylized. It's not as tight and intricate as we've done before, but sometimes it's fun to just sit down, play with your mediums, relax, don't worry about how it's going to turn out, and just throw some color on the page, whether it be pastels, watercolor, pencils, some paint, whatever you've got sitting next to you. And I hope you find time to relax, enjoy yourself, so de-stress. I know that this picture did that for me. I feel a lot calmer and less stressed than I did when I sat down. And I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye. Okay, grab some more color. Every time I grab more color and lay down, I'm going to lay it down where I want the most pigment to start with, which is going to be closer to her body. And then I can work the pigment out to the ends of her hair. If I need more pigment, I will pick it up, then go back in at the top of her hair, and then pull it, continue to pull it out. Okay. Going to be the darkest at the crown of her head.